Thank you so much. It's great to be in front of people with a passion for changing the world. Passion will help you envision an end goal and continue to put resources into that goal until it's achieved. Passion led me to study economics. Now, there are lots of people who think that being an economist means that you're someone who's rational, who can tell it like it is. But there are another group of people who think that because I'm an economist, I am a financial priest who is there to hear their confessions. There was one woman in particular who, emboldened by having known me for 45 seconds, decided to tell me about the details of her $8,000 in credit card debt. Now, this passion aside, what being an economist is about, of course, is analyzing the world and telling people how to allocate their scarce resources, and in particular, where to make smart investments of their time and energy. Lots of people talk about how to manage money, but very few people talk about how to manage your energy and your time. I think this is strange because the same model can apply to both. I'm going to develop this model, explain how it works, and explain one of the most difficult obstacles to using it that you'll have to overcome. And I'm going to do this by telling you about two big thinkers. The first of these was Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. In his investing class at Columbia Business School, Ben Graham taught paper and pencil calculations, a stark contrast to the sophisticated computer models that are used today to value investments. The point of these calculations was for Graham's students to quickly be able to assess the value of a business before they put a large amount of money at risk as an actual investment in that business. Graham taught his students to respect a margin of safety, and only if that margin of safety was met would they then buy a business. Practicing this method himself, Graham turned $250,000 into $7 million over 25 years. Now, investing money is one problem, but Stephen Levitt had a different problem. When he started graduate school, he himself admitted that he was not very gifted in the sophisticated mathematics that many other economics students had already learned. But Steve realized some important things about planning economic research. First, that the value of an economic study was almost zero if it was a mediocre study, although it could be very valuable if it was a well-done study. Second, that many studies would wind up being mediocre, and the excitement level would continue to decrease, as would the value as he worked on them. Finally, Steve realized that the cost of a study, whether it was good or bad, was significant in terms of time. And being a poor graduate student, time was the only resource that Steve had. What this meant was that Steve, like Graham, developed a series of simple tests. Tests where back-of-the-envelope calculations would be done before involved checking of correlations. Tests where he would look at the first and last observation and the trend they suggested before spending 6 months entering a data set. These tests were used to screen potential research ideas, and ones that didn't pass would be eliminated. It's true that Steve might have eliminated many interesting research studies from consideration when they didn't pass those early tests. But the problem he was trying to solve was how to maximize the return on his time invested. He made sure that most of his time and most of his passion was directed towards projects that would pay off. Now, capital and time in research studies is interesting, but where do you come in? Well, many entrepreneurs and knowledge workers have to survey many prospective projects and decide where to invest their time. My encouragement is that you spend simple tests. Spend a little bit of time doing a simple test on an idea before you throw 6 months after it. Now, with evaluating investments, we have a very nice method of feedback called the market. If you make an unwise investment, the market will take your money away. But with creative projects, the feedback mechanisms of the world are a little more unclear. My recommendation, if you would like your creative projects to be evaluated, is to seek out a quality mentor. Like a financial advisor, a mentor will help you consider options you might have not thought of. A mentor will help you to assess the risks and benefits of each, and if you really need a stern talking to about spending more than you have in income, a mentor will provide that too. What the world needs now are knowledge workers, entrepreneurs, creative people who recognize the urgency of the time that they have to spend. Because unlike money, once time is spent, you can never make it back.